Yes, sir. Welcome back to another Terror Time with Taco Tarantino. Tap in. Alright, so boom, you guys. On this Terror Time, we're going to talk about the mysterious vanishing and the death of a college student by the name of Elisa Lam. Elisa Lam was a college student. She studied at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver. She actually ended up taking sort of like a solo trip. She wanted to like travel around the West Coast. She ended up in San Diego and she was headed to Santa Cruz. I'm not too sure if she ever made it to I don't think she made it to Santa Cruz. I think she actually ended up vanishing in Los Angeles, and then pretty much they found her body. So basically, the whole thing with this case that's kind of like eerie to me, you guys, is the video of her that was like recorded like moments before she ended up vanishing. It's like seen in the elevator, like kind of dipping off to the side as if she's hiding from somebody. It's like she enters the elevator. First of all, the video starts with her entering the elevator, and she's like super like close to like the dials, trying to see, I guess. Why are you leaning in so close just to like push a button? You dig what I'm saying? So in the video is basically starting with her like coming into the elevator. She leans in super close to the dials. I think she probably presses like 2 or 3 buttons, and the elevator does not close. The door never closes. It doesn't go to another floor. It just sits there. You dig what I'm saying? So she's just sitting there in the elevator as well. And that's when like the behavior and the crazy gesturing starts. You can see her kind of like, I can't really explain what she was doing. It just, to me, it seemed like she may have been hiding from somebody. To me, it seems like she may have been trying to get away from somebody who may have been following her, or, you know, maybe she saw something that we probably couldn't see. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, the video of her on the elevator is basically just moments before she ended up vanishing. The video goes on for maybe, I think the video is maybe 3 or 4 minutes long. So she's in the elevator, like I said, she's pushing buttons, she's in there acting crazy. She gets in a corner, like I said, she kind of like lean back and hide in a corner. Then at one point, she sticks her head out the elevator. She looks left, looks right. She's like, you know, and then she hops back in. So to me, like I said, it seems like she's like trying to avoid somebody, or trying to like make sure nobody saw her come and get into the elevator, as if she's trying to like hide. You dig what I'm saying? At one point in the video, she also steps out of the elevator, and she's kind of like moving side to side, like she's following like some sort of like, I don't know, like a step or something. A little later in the video, she gets back into the elevator. The elevator does not go anywhere. And the last few minutes of the video, she gets out of the elevator and she leaves. I think she goes to the left when she leaves. Like I said, I'm going to give you guys clarification like always. I'm also going to show you guys a video, and I'm also going to get into this article. But so when she exits the elevator, I believe she leaves and she goes to the left. Once she exits the elevator, she basically vanishes. I can't say verbatim how many days she was missing, but they ended up discovering her body in the water tank on top of the Cecil Hotel that she was staying in Los Angeles, California. Now, I don't know how she got up there. I don't know how she even got into that water tank. I don't even know how water tanks are basically set up, or what they look like, or how you can even open a water tank. But for this to be a college student, a female at that, now I'm not saying females are weak, we're very strong, but for her to be a female college student, how did you get on that roof, and how did you open that water tank, and how did you get inside? Why did you get inside that water tank is another question I always had on my mind. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, let me get into this article. On January 26, 2013, Elisa Lam arrived in LA by Amtrak train from San Diego and was headed to Santa Cruz as part of her solo trip around the West Coast. Her family had been wary of her traveling by herself, but the young student was determined to go at it alone. That's why it struck her parents as unusual when they didn't hear from their daughter on January 31st, the day she was scheduled to check out of her LA hotel, the Cecil. The Lambs eventually contacted Los Angeles Police Department. The police searched the premises of the Cecil but couldn't find her. This is where things took a turn into the truly bizarre. The hotel video showed Elisa Lam in one of its elevators on the date of her disappearance, acting rather strangely. In the pixelated footage, Lam can be seen stepping into the elevator and pushing all the floor buttons. She steps in and out of the elevator, poking her head out sideways towards the hotel's hallways in between. She peers out the elevator another few times before stepping out of the elevator entirely. The last minutes of the video show Lam standing by the left side of the door, moving her hands in random gestures. Nobody else was captured on the video except Lam. So, the video that I put into this video, obviously, was the video surveillance of the whole elevator situation. Now, before I get deeper into this article and tell you guys about once they discovered her body, the whole video with the elevator situation, is that not disturbing? What was that? Do y'all see how, like, once she completely got off the elevator and kind of just disappeared off to the left, do you see how the elevator doors started closing then? Why was the doors not closing when she was on there? Was it because she was pushing too many buttons? Or, I mean, like, but even with my apartment, if I go in there and I push 2 different floors by accident, say I'm trying to go to floor 2 or to the parking garage, and I accidentally push 4. Oh, my fault. Let me push the parking garage. It still closes, and it'll go to 4 first, but then it'll take me directly to the parking garage after. She pushed every single button like they say in this article. She pushed every button. Did she maybe push too many? Did she maybe, maybe it was like a malfunction type thing going on? Why did the doors never close when she pushed all those buttons? But as soon as she stepped off the elevator and disappeared, the door closed maybe like 2 times. And then, I think, on the 3rd time, it went to a whole nother floor. You can see that it went to another floor because, the color on the outside of, the elevator, it had changed to, red or orange, maybe. That's basically another floor. And then I think the door closed one more time and then it opened. What is that? What was happening? Why were the doors not closing when she was, standing there pushing all those buttons? Who did she see? Who was she hiding from? What was she doing on the outside when she was moving her hands? What was it like? Was it like a force that maybe we couldn't see? Maybe she saw something that we couldn't see. Well, what was going on? You get what I'm saying? It's just so crazy to me. So, like I said, after she ended up getting off of that elevator, that's when she basically vanished. Once she vanished, you guys, her body was found in the water tank on top of the Cecil Hotel. On February 19th, 2 weeks after the video was published by authorities, maintenance worker Santiago Lopez found Elisa Lam's body floating in one of the hotel water tanks. Lopez made the discovery after responding to complaints from the hotel patrons about low water pressure and a weird taste coming from the tap water. First of all, I just got chills reading that. Because first of all, not only were these people having water pressure issues, there were people drinking this water. There were people showering in this water. And the fact that they said it had a weird taste is because her body was in that water tank. How did she get up there? What made her go all the way to the roof of the hotel? Maybe, stumbling around a hotel, she ended up on her floor that's not hers. Sweetheart made it to the roof of the hotel. She got on top of that hotel, and I don't know what was going on with her. I don't want to just put anything off on her as maybe she was going through like a mental breakdown or something. Her idea was to not walk to the edge of the hotel and maybe accidentally stumble off or accidentally fall to her death. She got on top of this hotel roof and got inside a water tank. Did she put herself in that water tank? Was it foul play? Was she just so, just in a different mind state that she maybe was seeing illusions and she was just, I don't know. This whole case is insane to me, you guys. There's actually a movie, don't quote me on the title, but there's actually a movie called Dark Water. You guys can go Google it because I think there's an Asian version and then there's an American version. The movie is called Dark Water, where it's something similar. I can't really remember. I've seen it so long ago. The movie's kind of old. It's not that great, but it's something similar in that movie. The mom and her daughter or her son, I can't remember, they ended up moving into this apartment complex or whatever, and the mom would complain about how like the water had like a dark color to it and a weird taste. And come to find out, I believe there was a deceased woman in the water tank of the apartment. So it's so crazy. I'm just saying that, just throw that out there. I don't think that movie was like surrounding Elisa Lam. I'm just throwing that out there. According to a statement by the chief of Los Angeles Fire Department, the tank in which Lam's body was found had to be drained completely and then cut open from the side to remove her 5'4" frame. Nobody knows how Lam's corpse, floating lifelessly next to the same clothes she wore in a surveillance video, ended up in the hotel's water tank, or who else might have been involved. Not only was this young woman in the tank dead, she wasn't clothed. It says her corpse was floating lifelessly next to the same clothes that she had on in the surveillance video. Why was she naked? Did she get herself naked? Now, like I said, maybe she was going through some type of mental spell or mental state where she was just, I don't know. I don't know what causes people to behave erratically, but what was she going through to the point where she got naked? If she did this herself, I'm not saying that she did. What made her get undressed and get in this water tank? Why is she getting in the water tank? And the whole thing, she can't swim. So why she drowned in this water tank? You dig what I'm saying? Now, was the water tank maybe too deep? I don't know how water tanks are set up. I don't know how high the water level is in the water tank. I don't know if it's filled all the way to the top. So maybe once she got in, it's bottomless in there. So it's kind of like she kind of panicked and started drowning. I don't know. Did she just get in there maybe thinking like, oh, I'm just going to go for a swim. I'm just going to get in here and see what happens on some like goofy, funny shit. What was going on? And why was she naked? What is this? Who did this? Did she do this, or was it foul play? Like I said, it's so many things about this case that it just baffles me because I'm not understanding. When the autopsy results for Lam's case came out, it only served to ignite more questions. Toxicology report confirmed that Lam had consumed a number of medical drugs, likely to be medication for her bipolar disorder, but there was no indications of alcohol or illegal substances in her body. Was she in some type of mental crisis? Maybe she was having some type of mental breakdown, I don't know. I don't know how people operate. I only know how I operate myself. Maybe she was in some type of mental state or capacity to the point where she just completely just had a breakdown, like a breakdown to the point where it led to her death. But to me, that does not make sense, because if she was taking her medicine, now obviously the medicine would keep that from happening. So what happened for her to just get on this elevator, behave like that, make it all the way to the roof of the hotel, get undressed, and get into that water tank and drown? What is that? If she's taking her medicine, there's no way she would have this type of reaction. There's no way she would just get in the elevator and do all types of crazy stuff like that. If you're taking your medicine is supposed to be kind of like a downer. You dig what I'm saying? Like I told you guys, I suffer with manic depression. I do not take my medicine because the medicine is a downer. The medicine calms you down. It makes you sleepy. It makes you gain weight. It makes you eat and just sleep. If she's I'm speaking for my medicine. I don't know what type of medicine she was taking, but my medicine is a downer for me. Whatever she was taking, obviously it was prescribed to her to help her. If they found that in her toxicology report, that means she was taking it. That means she's taking her medicine as she's supposed to, as prescribed to her. So what happened? What clicked in her head for her to just freak out and just go out like that, get in that elevator, do all sorts of movements as if she's avoiding somebody, as if she's hiding from someone? Another thing with the elevator, to me, the elevator is the culprit. What was going on with that elevator? Why did she push so many buttons and none of the doors closed? What was that? Was there some type of cut in the surveillance footage? Was there a time jump, a time stamp maybe we didn't see? Why was she pushing all these buttons and y'all doors not closed once? But once baby girl stepped off that elevator, that door closed. And it went to like 3 other floors and then opened a couple more times, closed a couple. Y'all would make me come out there to the Cecil Hotel and figure this out for her. Surveillance video, see that being her last few moments. I can only imagine what was probably going on in her head. I don't even want to think about what was going on in her head. The fact that I know her family probably had to see that and just look and watch it like, what is my baby girl doing? You dig what I'm saying? The fact that she made it all the way to the rooftop. Let me put this out there before I end this video. She made it all the way to that rooftop. Where were the workers? Where were the other people who were staying in that hotel? The maids, the maintenance. She made it to a rooftop. Now, I don't know about y'all, but the rooftop is, you can't access the rooftop at hotels. A hotel? A rooftop of a hotel? You can't just get up there. How did she just get up there, bro? How did she make it past all these people? If she was behaving like that outside of the elevator, do you think she was doing that like on her walk towards the rooftop? Because I think she was. Imagine seeing somebody walking past you doing all types of just ducking and dodging, doing all this, looking left and right. I don't know about y'all. I always say I'm a mind my business, but if I see somebody behaving like that, especially in a hotel, hey, you good? Like, who are you here with? Something. Say something. You dig what I'm saying? She got past all these people and got to the rooftop and undressed and got in that water tank. Did she really? That whole elevator situation, that rooftop situation, is real sketchy to me. This whole thing is sketchy to me. The whole thing has always just been bizarre and very eerie to me. I don't know about it. I don't think I believe what they're saying was an accidental drowning. I don't know. I'm gonna link the article. I'm gonna link a YouTube video, and I'm going to link the movie. The movie, like I said, the movie is not about her. The movie just has some of the same eerie as concepts of how she lost her life. You dig what I'm saying? So from like the whole thing with the hotel water being tainted, having a weird taste, having a dark color, low pressure, the movie had the same thing going on. And I think the movie was basically like it was a girl in a water tank of the apartment. So, you know, that was it for this Terr0r time with Taco Tarantino. I see y'all next week.